Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Phil here again. It's a really cold night, but I thought I'd show you a few little interesting tidbits. This thing is a gift. I think my brother gave it to me, can't remember. It's an ammonite, an old extinct creature from 80-ish million years ago. If I get that wrong, we've got a comment section, you can tell me. I think this specimen came from Canada, not entirely sure where from, but nice little thing. Well, big thing really. In Australia, we have an earlier version from about 120 to 140 million years ago. Once again, there's a common section if you have a different opinion. This is called a Belemnite. This is one that I've actually got on the DOP at the moment. It's a clear one. I like this one because if you have a look at it, you can see there's a structure within the Belemnite, and because it's all nice and clear, I can just polish it up and show a little bit of the precious opal. You can see it's just got a little bit of purple and green flashing through the middle of it, and also there's a little bit of opal fossil in there as well. And that's gotten me to thinking, some of these Belemnites, they're really good. Take this one for example. This one is one that I've just finished, and it is just absolutely drop dead gorgeous. These things can go for quite a pretty penny. These will be going up on my website. Still trying to figure out a decent price for it. These things don't go cheap. But anywho, that's it's a beautiful little piece. I absolutely love it. That one was cut to preserve the gem. I've got this Belemnite here for you. Just a tiny little piece of Belemnite. Now what's special about this is that I noticed that there was a crack in a very special spot. And so what I was able to do was split it. And what we've got now is two beautiful little gems. But you need to set it in such a way which shows the beautiful gem in the middle and the Belemnite on the outside. So both of these things are beautiful in their own special way. There's this one. I finished that one. I'll put that one on the Opal shop as well. But here's another one. This is a fairly nondescript piece of Belemnite. Quite large and quite frankly quite light. Those of you who are in the know understand that if you've got a light opal, then it's probably got a bit of sand in there. But let me wet it. What I have noticed about this guy is that I can see just along here, I can actually see a line of precious opal running through. I don't think it's easy to pick up on the camera. You're just going to have to believe me for the time being. So there is a possibility that this thing can produce something quite spectacular. What I've noticed is there is a crack here, just here. What that means is, although that sucks on one level, it means that there's an opportunity to go in and explore, isn't there? So what I might do is I might just head into that crack and see what it looks like on the inside, and see if I can just polish up a little bit of a gem. If I was cutting along that crack line that you can see there, that also means that I'm pretty much left with this, which if there is any gemmy opal in the middle of it, I might be able to do something with it. I like this rough exterior. Whenever, like, Belemnites are fairly distinctive, you can tell because they're kind of segmented here and they've got these long lines running down here. So I really would like to keep the Belemnite shape, but I don't think I'll be able to this time around, but we'll see what we can do. Anywho, I'm going to start off with the Dremel, and I happen to know that these Belemnite fossils are really hard and brittle, so even cutting it with the Dremel, you might encounter some fireworks. Wish me luck. Here we go. There we go. So let's have a look at what we got. Well, what do you know? Have a look at that. So what I'm going to do now is, with this experimental piece, I'm going to cut across the top here, and then I'm going to very carefully cut across here. See if I can just carefully isolate that nice little colour band that's sitting right within the Belemnite. What do you know? That's beautiful. Alright, here goes. I'm actually going to go a bit higher speed this time around, just to get it done quickly. Yeah, I know. And just because it's an experimental piece, I'll probably make a cab out of it. But I am deliberately being slow. It's waited like 120 million years in the ground until this moment. So, you know, you can wait a little bit longer. But the high-speed Dremel will probably... Think about the magician pulling the tablecloth out from underneath the cutlery. That's the theory I'm going for here. I reckon if you hit it with a higher speed, it doesn't have time, even if it does shatter, it doesn't have time to, you know, pull too large a fragment away. Time will tell. Check it out, there's colour there, there's colour there. There's a crack too. A little bit of indecision here. Should I just cut along that crack? Or should I just pretend the crack doesn't exist? I'm going to pretend the crack doesn't exist for another 5 seconds. But if it continues to persist, I think I'm going to have to cut through it. Let's see. I'm cutting. You can always make 2 small gems rather than just a whole heap of powder. So I think that crack, turn this off, I think that crack did resolve itself, but really, really far along, right about to here. So we're probably doing pretty well to just cut our losses and cut the opal. What we can do here with this tiny little piece though, is we can experiment, because we've got a very thin colour bar. Can we cut along the colour bar? I don't know. If it doesn't work, I've got this piece that I can grind to the colour bar with. So we'll use this piece as an experimental piece, and I will grind to the colour bar. For those of you who are getting really nervous about me being so close to a fast rotating Dremel blade, don't worry, it won't cut me. You've got to put the Dremel onto your skin for quite some time before it'll do anything. And by that stage, you're already going, ow. Oh my goodness, look at this. There's 2 colour bars. 2 colour bars. Didn't see that. Look at that. What kind of magic monster is this? Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm just going to cut into it and see. That's going to be a pinfire pattern. That's what honeycomb opal looks like from the side. So we know that this is going to be little dots. Just hit my finger there. Okay. So I haven't cut all the way through it, but if we have a look, you can see a little bit of the colour as we go through. It looks more impressive from this angle. Let's see if we can go from here. I think I can bring the colour out a bit more. Okay, there's certainly a lot to like here. I'm not sure you can see that on the camera. There is a lot of really good opal in there, but that's as far as I dare to cut with this particular blade. What I'll do is I'll polish this one up off camera and show you what it looks like, and then I'll get to the rest of the belemnite. Okay, let's briefly discuss what happened. Oh, by the way, the birds are over there. Hi, birds. I'll let them out in a minute. Anywho, so I was going to discuss belemnites, and I was perfectly happy to discuss belemnites, and how lucky I honestly was. I was going to discuss lapidary which conserves the fossil. I thought it was quite a nice idea, conserving lapidary. I was going to discuss like this belemnite here and how it's a beautiful little belemnite, which it is. It still is a nice little belemnite. Got nice little colours all going through it. You can see that. I was going to discuss this one, which doesn't have any colours necessarily, but does the same thing. If I polished it up, you'd see all the structures within it. And I made it a little bit square, a little bit more robotic. All of these things were things I considered to be important. Oh, of course, this one. This is magnificent. This belemnite. And to be perfectly honest, I thought I was lucky to get something like that. Just shines and glitters. And it's even better if you see it up and personal. I was perfectly happy with all of those things. But then this guy comes along. Now remember, this is the second part of that sample. This is about half the size of it. And now you can start to see, haven't finished polishing it. There's little bits of sparkle that I haven't put the polish on, and it just is sitting there and gleaming at me. It is a beautiful, beautiful gem. Let's find out how much it weighs, huh? .4 carats. Bearing in mind, the other one that's there is 5 carats. And the other belemnite, which may well hold an awful lot more gem, 36.95 carats. I'm absolutely stunned. It's not very often that you just uncover a fortune when you're just randomly doing stuff on YouTube. I want you guys to have a really, really good day. And, whoever you pray to, thank them profusely. Have a nice day.